Hey everyone, welcome back to Terrence Books and Beyond, here today with the Sisterhood of the World vlogger tag. Now I was tagged for this by Bree from Bree Hill, and this is a really interesting tag for two reasons. First off is that whenever you make this tag, you're supposed to make your own set of questions, so it's not always the same questions that everyone is answering. It's you'll make a set of questions and then the people you tag will answer those questions, then they'll make their set of questions and they'll tag other people, and so we could even come back to you and have a completely different set of questions that you did the first time. And the second interesting thing is that this isn't actually a book tag, it's just a regular YouTube vlogger tag. Though, that being said, most of the YouTubers I follow are booktubers first, so most of my questions are book-related, but I did try and mix in some general questions. But of course, I'll be answering Bree's questions first. So to start us off, here's her first question. My favorite number is 11. Flip to page 11 in one of your current reads and read the first sentence on the page. Alright, well, the thing I'm reading currently is A History of Glitter and Blood by Hannah Moskowitz on my Kindle, so I can actually just check right on my phone. If I find page 11... Here's the weird thing about Kindle that I don't understand. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never used Kindle before, but the pages aren't actually numbered by their page numbers. Like, they randomly jump ahead by, like, 6 or 9 spots or whatever. I mean, what should be page 1 is listed as page 28, and then it's followed immediately by 35. But if I guesstimate this correctly, then... Alright, so the first line on page 11 of A History of Glitter and Blood, or at least what I'm pretty sure is page 11, goes like this. He's in all black, like she is, but he's wearing one of the lockets Becken made. The heavy brass one he and Josha share. So, doesn't really tell you a lot about the story. Alright, question number 2 is, all expenses paid, you get to travel anywhere in the world of your choice in 1 hour. Where do you go? I'd probably go to Auckland, New Zealand for a variety of reasons. Probably, it has fairly nice weather there, they have nice beaches. The Canadian dollar is worth slightly more in New Zealand. Not much, just like another 8 cents on the dollar. The main reason, of course, though, is that that's where they film Power Rangers. And so if I were to go there right now, then I could probably sneak on set and get a glimpse of them filming the new season, or maybe even be a background extra in it. Now, question 3 is, you get to time travel on the latest time-traveling contraption. What part of history do you go to? Well, I mean, if we have a time machine, I'm just going to go to the future. I mean, for obvious reasons. The future is always better than the past. Like, if I'm going to the past, like, in human history, generally, there's no point in history that is better than now, I would imagine, even with everything going on. So if I were to go back in time, I'd probably actually go to prehistory, like, before human society developed, just, like, chill with some dinosaurs or giant ground sloths. I mean, that'd probably absolutely destroy me, but it'd be cool. Alright, question number 4. Sunday dinner is at your house this weekend. What's on the menu? My family doesn't really have a go-to Sunday dinner thing. I mean, other than the fact that it's something we put effort into. Like, during the week, we're all busy, so it's either going to be leftovers or quite possibly the meal fit for a king, which is what we call KD. A Sunday dinner, it's probably going to be steak and rice and peas. Probably with some garlic bread. And if it's not steak, then it's going to be pork chops with applesauce. Alright, question number 5 is describe your favorite book so far in 2016, but 2016's over, so I guess it's just the favorite book of 2016. Describe your favorite book of 2016 in 5 words or less. So for this one, I'll go with Run by Cody Keplinger, and the 5 words I would describe it would be beautiful, heartwarming, freedom, friendship, dogs. Yeah. Okay, now, question number 6. To save mankind, you have to defend the world with one book from your top shelf. What book do you use? Now, this question doesn't say how the book saves the world necessarily. I mean, is it a really good book that's able to destroy the opposing force thanks to its quality of writing? Is it a really thick book that you can just use to bash in the heads of zombies? Is it a situation where you team up with the heroes from the book to fight off the villains? Or is it some kind of book-powered laser beam in the same vein as Sheep in the Big City? Of course, the thing is, my top shelf is almost entirely shonen manga, so I guess with that in consideration, the best option would be going for the one where you team up with the heroes, and when you're talking about shonen heroes, it's hard to go wrong with the people from Soul Eater. Okay, question number 7. You can only recommend one book for the rest of your life. What book is it, and why? Well, the answer to this should be obvious, considering how much I've gushed about it over the past few months. It's going to be not otherwise specified by Hannah Moskowitz, and if you need to ask me why you haven't been watching my past videos, just go check on other stuff that I said about this book. You'll see why I just like it so much. Question number 8 is, your favorite author is writing your life story. What's the title? Man, I wish my life was interesting enough for Hannah Moskowitz to write about it. Although now that I think about it, maybe that could be the title. Not otherwise interesting. Number 9, your favorite recording artist is doing the soundtrack to one of your favorite books. What is the book and who is the artist? Alright, let's try it out, not otherwise specified again. For this one, I would say that it would be Alessia Cara doing the soundtrack, not just because she did the song Scars to Your Beautiful, but just her general, like, musical aesthetic with stuff like Here and Wild Things, all of that together, I feel it really fits well with the themes and just the tone and atmosphere of this novel. And question number 10 is, what is one book newcomers to your favorite genre must read? Well, I have many favorite genres, so let's break it up a bit. For getting into horror, I would recommend From a Buick 8 by Stephen King. If you want to get into manga, I'd say you try out Assassination Classroom by Yusei Matsui. And to get into young adult fiction, you guessed it, it's Not Otherwise Specified by Hannah Moskowitz. So those are the 10 questions that Bree supplied, and I hope I answered them well. Now, of course, it's time for me to tag people. So I'm going to tag Brandy from I Ramble Randomly, Tori from That Cozy Book Nook, and Chris from Chris Vigilante. So I've made my own set of questions for you guys to answer that I posted down below, and if you just feel like doing this tag anyways, then you can feel free to do those questions too. That'd be cool of you. So until next time, I'll see you all later.